holds us up a little bit better.
This is Mrs. Campbell's first grade from Pineview.
And then look at the size of this thing.
We're going snowshoeing.
So this will help you walk on the snow. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you guys and the grown-ups, because they'll definitely need your help, how to put these things on. And then we'll talk more about our nature discovery. Okay, so boys and girls, you guys will mostly need the red and green pairs, okay, for the size of the feet. But for the adults, we've got ones that are black for you guys, okay? So it doesn't matter left or right, you'll just need 2 of these. And when you put them on, you have to be standing up, not sitting down, okay? So you'll put them on the ground so that the arch is away from you, and you'll look at it like this, okay? And these are the 2 straps that your boot has to slide under. Now, it's important you put your foot in the right space. So watch this. I'm going to pretend this is my boot. If I put my boot way up here, the snowshoe won't work. But if I put it way back here, the snowshoe won't work either. So you're going to have to slide your foot in and make it stop right in the middle of that space. Do you see how the top of my fingers are right in the middle of that space? That's where you're going to have to put your boot when you slide your foot in, okay? And then to pull these straps and make them secure, the grown-ups will help you. We're going to fold these straps under and make sure that this silver tip is sticking up out of the hole. Okay, that's really important. Otherwise, the straps are just going to fling open and we're going to be losing shoes like crazy. Okay, so we'll make sure that that silver tip is poking far out of the hole on these 2 straps. And then there's one last strap that's going to go around the back of your foot. So, oh, if it falls off, we'll help you put it back on. Yep. But we want to just try to get them as secure as we can, okay? Same thing, I'm going to push that strap down.
They're testing their snowshoes. They're going to check to make sure the backs are really tight. And what I'll do is I'm going to have the thing in front of me that I want you to see. So don't come close to me, because then you'll step on the thing that I want you to see. But if you're in the front row, then I'm going to ask you to kneel down so that people behind you can see. Yeah, like that. Like this? Yes. Just the front row. The back row can stay standing so you can see. And I'll move back.
Seriously?
All right, good. So now stand up, because we want everybody to be able to see them. So we've got some really nice paw prints here, but they're quite small.
It's a baby animal.
Well, or it could be a small animal.
It might be a baby frog. Or a cat.
Then it would be a hoof. And that's a different mark. That's like 2 things like that. But it's not a paw. So what kind of animals around here are small but heavy enough to go down in the snow? Yeah.
Ants.
What's that?
Ants.
Ants? They probably would walk on top. They're pretty light. We want something that's a little bit heavier, but they definitely are.
Oh!
Well, now wait a minute.
Elephant.
Would ants be out walking today?
No.
Well, let me check my thermometer. And this reminds me that bugs usually only start walking or flying when it's 40 degrees or more. Is it 40 degrees today?
No.
It's in the 30s, so probably it wouldn't be an ant today, but that was a good guess though too. Yes, a small animal.
Bunny?
What?
Bunny?
Could be a bunny.
I know.
That's about the size. What's another animal about the same size?
Elephant.
Yes. A what?
A baby deer.
That would have a hoof, and it would be.
I know. Like that.
It would be a different, very different. I'm going to call on people who just raise their hands and not saying, I know, I'm calling me. I'm not going to get. Yeah.
A fox? A baby fox?
Could be. Now, see, there's a different pattern though too. We've got to look at the pattern. A fox, when he walks, he kind of walks 1, 1, 1, 1. And this one is a whole bunch of them together. So a fox has a small print, you're right. and somebody else who's been waiting patiently. You had your hand up. You haven't been waiting patiently.
I'm going to say a little baby fox.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, elephant? Elephant?
Do we have elephants around here?
No, but they live in a zoo.
Oh, sure.
They do? Okay.
Oh, I think it's a hare.
It could be. There's another animal that climbs trees. And about the same... Yes, so it could be a squirrel, too. But look it starts here. Where was he? See, that's why we're nature detectives. We figure things out, we ask questions. All right, don't step on these so everybody can look at them. Those are nice
They go
prints.
all the way this way, too. Do you see them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
You can see some of the hoof prints. So as we go by, stay on our track, but just look and you can see the hoof print. It's not a paw, it's a hoof.
Ooh, which animal you think made the track if it has a hoof print?
Maybe a fox or a deer?
Yeah, deer are the ones that have hooves.
Yeah.
Fox have paws,
Yeah.
but the deer have hooves. Look, here's where it was walking.
Yeah. Also. That's really far away. Wait, these are
You want to walk this here? Somebody
Yep.
Where are you?
or somebody that skis?
Grab a stick.
Yeah.
I can't find a stick.
I'll stick it down, please.
Thank you.
You know, we've got a lot of deer out here, and they leave all kinds of clues. So we haven't seen deer skins, but we've seen the tracks. They've got a hoof. Here is another sign of a deer. What is this called?
Tree bark.
I'm going to call on somebody who's raising their hand and waiting patiently. Yes,
Tree bark.
it's tree bark. But see, if you come over here, you can see there's a special thing going on.
Scuff marks.
A what?
Scuff marks.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
It's called a buck rub.
Right.
Hands down, and move back.
Step. Step.
I have a buddy. Yep, I see that. And two. Yeah.
And a jealous buddy.
They want to conserve their energy. They don't want to do anything that's going to make them get tired. Stay down, please. So when they walk, they don't do the badger band foot where they lift their feet real high.
Chris.
Here's some deer tracks. And see these marks here?
Yeah, that's a straight.
No, well, it's not called a deer scrape. It's just when they walk, they want to just lift their leg high enough to get to the next point. So they don't lift it high, they just lift it enough, and then they scrape, and then they put their foot down. And see the pattern too? 1, 1.
That's some water. Is this in the beach?
We can pretend, huh?
I don't know. Are we at the beach? We're at the beach. I'm serious. I'm blowing.
Oh, here, I'll get it. I'll get it. Hey, boys and girls,
I found
look up
something.
there by me. Raise your right hand if you're listening. Left hand if you are, what? Still. we are going to go on the ice, but we're not going to go on that ice because it's not frozen.
Yeah, it's because the water level's changing and then the ice is popping and going down.
The water is moving and it doesn't freeze solid, so I never trust river ice or creek ice, but I do trust lake ice. But what do you think a good rule would be before we walk out on the ice?
Chris,
Let's
listen
see,
to the
somebody
rule.
who I haven't called on yet. Yes, right here. You're not looking at
Logan.
me, but what's a good rule? Before we walk out on the lake ice.
I know a good rule.
Just a minute.
First graders, the question is, what would be a good rule before we walk out onto the pond ice? Let's all
Yes,
listen.
sir.
Look at Mr. Williams. What did he say?
That's right. And I'm going to be the one
Send the
going
teacher
first.
out first.
I've been out here before. Before was this hole yesterday, and it was safe. So I'm still going to go out on it first today. And maybe for you guys it would be, you know, trust a parent or an adult that you're with that you trust before you go out on ice. And don't go out on ice like that. Quickly, yes.
I'll fix you to make the ice. Just show me with your hands.
Really thick.
Give me a foot.
Get out. Anybody get out?
How about
Really thick.
All right, make a circle.
Are you playing a tent?
back up, boy?
Back.
Back up.
Circle, help me with my circle.
All right, that's good. Oh, I don't have my glasses on. Where are my glasses?
You dropped them.
I put them in here. All right, see what Mike's got on his head?
Yeah.
What kind of animal is that?
A fox.
Okay. Do you know that fox have a superpower? They can hear really, really well.
Like that.
So
Woo!
I'm going to give you a little demonstration. I'm pretending I'm a fox. And, you know, it's been a really hard couple days, and I haven't gone out of my house underground, and so my stomach is giving me a message that my stomach needs some food. It's grumbling. And so I'm the fox and I'm listening to that. I need to find some food. But everything is snow covered. But there's stuff going on under the snow. There's lots of little critters crawling under the snow. Mice and voles and shrews.
And
They're-
mice and gophers.
And they're making little tunnels under the ground. And here's a little story about maybe one mouse. It says, "Mom, I'm tired of being here. I want to go visit my cousin." And the mama mouse says, "Yeah, you better be careful because you got to stay under the snow. Otherwise, what could happen? What could happen? A fox could grab him if he's on top of the snow. But also, the fox could grab him if he's under the snow." So he's crawling under the snow, and the fox is really hungry, and the fox is listening, and he can hear him. He can hear him under the snow. And so he gets closer, and he finally decides he's right here. He can hear him under the snow, right there. He can't see him, so you know what he does?
Dig. Dig.
Jumps up. And gets him. How's that stomach? Yeah.
I want to do that right now. I'm hot. I'm going to do it.
Go for it.
Okay.
All right, we're heading back. Unless somebody wants to make a snow angel first.
You're good. You're safe. Snowshoe angel.
Oh, you guys, it's such angels. All right, let's. All right, just one last thing, and we can't stay there very long because it's real close to time we have to leave. You know, I've been telling you stuff that I think is true, but now I'm telling you something that I just don't know. You know the story about the 3 pigs, right?
Yeah.
They built 3 houses.
Yeah.
What
One
were
was
they?
made of stick. One was
Sticks,
made straw. Bricks.
straw, and bricks.
Bricks.
Well, the thing the story never does say is where it was built.
We saw the stick one last year. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that one has been refurbished. So meet me at the stick house, but don't run in the grooves.
Stay on this side.
The stick
That was awesome.
Wait,
Very.
yeah. Might have to do that. Maybe I'll just grab something, look and see if I can find them out.
Yeah.
Snowshoe. There was a snowshoe one because Mr. Peace wants to do a snowshoe walk on Rift Night with kids and have a book on poles. Have a big kid book and a little kid book. That's how you do it.
You did that one year. My room where you were there without.
This is Mrs. Hydes' first grade class from West Side. And they're snowshoeing, and also they've been studying about igloos. And now we're building 3 of them here.
No, thank you. You're just
We've got 3 groups. We have to build the mounds first, and then we're going to let them settle so that the snow coalesces around them. Oh, that's getting pretty good. Here's the 3rd group. Oh, they're building theirs up high. We want it about as high as you guys. And some are a little more accurate with getting their snow on the heap. But everybody's helping. This is not only cooperation, it's an activity to do in the winter. It's about survival, all kinds of lessons from this activity. This is great. They're all working at it. Oh, they're getting higher. They're doing a great job. This is awesome.
Riker, you got
got it, buddy. Yeah. Everyone's gonna sleep good tonight.
This is great. Look at how big that's getting. You guys are awesome.
Oh boy, is it puppy now or no?
We need your help. Our team is falling.
This is the third group. It's getting great.
We're making a giant mound. It's almost getting as tall as you.
They're stabilizing it, making it firm now. There's group 2 over there. They're doing it. Group 1 has done it.
On the hill.
Looking for clues with your nature detectives.
Yep. I remember that.
Good.
I remember that.
So, do you think we might see polar bears? No. So we might see tracks, and we might see scat. Oh, what's scat? Nobody knows what scat is? And maybe you could go. Mrs. Hydes, can you help him with this? All right, raise your hand if you're listening. All right, there's a couple tracks here that are interesting. These tracks right here, I don't know if you can see them, but one of the things couple things we look for right away is how deep in the snow it goes. If it goes deep in the snow, is it a big animal or a little animal?
Big.
It's a big animal. So these tracks go down a little bit at least. The second thing we look for, is it a hoof or is it a paw? What kind of animal around here has a hoof?
A deer.
The deer! So probably around here, if we see a hoof, it's going to be a deer and not a pig. Pigs have hooves also. And horses have hooves. And cows have hooves.
That's way bigger.
So is this a hoof or is it a paw?
Paw.
It's a paw, yes. You guys can't see it. It's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, looks like 3 toes and a kind of a back end.
It looks like maybe it's a fox.
Maybe it could be a fox. And something magical happens on days like today when there's sun.
Like my fox.
Yes. It's got 3 toes, doesn't it? And then the palm here. So on days like today, a little print will melt and make it bigger. And sometimes if we see a dog print, it'll get really big and people will say, oh, that's got to be a wolf.
What is that? Yeah, there's a dog down there. There's a dog down there.
So that's kind of like a dog print. It could be a fox. It's a little bit bigger than a fox. What kind of animals live out in the woods that are like a dog but not a dog?
Coyotes.
Coyotes. Yeah. And then, way back over here, see there it goes.
Hey, I see it. I heard it's dogs. Dogs. Dogs.
is he?
They're over there.
Yeah, 2 dogs.
Where? Can I see? They're down there. I see them.
Also, look down here. Little holes. Okay, so I think it's time for my fox demonstration. So, out in the woods like this, and in the fields where we were, there's all kinds of little mice and voles and shrews under the snow.
Brilliant.
Sometimes they come up and take a look, take a peek. But why do you think they stay under the snow so much?
So predators don't get it. They don't want predators to eat them.
They don't want predators to eat them. Is that what you were going to say?
No, they That's what I
Oh, they stay warmer too. 2 good reasons.
That's what I
All right, so the fox, who's got the fox head? Oh, right here. The fox has a superpower,
Finley, sit still, please.
hearing. And I'm going to move over here a little bit. Little hole there too. So the fox will come by here. Look at all these plants. They grow up every year. They get real big like this and then they die. All right, back to the fox. The fox has been in his hole. Little hole in the ground. Because it was so cold the other day. He didn't want to come out either. And his mom wouldn't let him out to recess because it was so cold. So today he comes out and it's much warmer and his stomach is growling. You got to give me some food. If his stomach could talk. Can stomachs talk?
No.
They let you know when they're hungry though. So the fox goes around and he's looking, but he's also listening. He's his superpower. Pretty soon he hears a mouse that's underneath the snow. And he stops. And he moves a little bit. And he listens closer. And then he finds out it's right down there. It's under the snow. It's 2 inches under the snow. His stomach is so hungry. So what he does, he jumps up and gets it.
You're like a fox right now.
These, on the end of each one, there's a little bitty hook. So this is one of the true stories I tell you. Once upon a time, there was a man, like the man way out there in the field, walking his dogs. And his dogs came back loaded with these things. Now this man was very smart and observant and a nature detective. So he looked at it and saw all these little hooks on there, and he invented something that most of us use at some point. What is this stuff called?
Velcro.
Velcro. So that's where the idea for Velcro came from these little burrs. Did one of the 3 pigs make this house? Or how did it get here?
The mouse. I'm ready. Are we starting the nights of this?
Guys, wait to go in there until all the people come out.
You're breaking it! Justin! Stop breaking it! Okay. They're pushing me.
It's fine, Riker.
Do you think that this has good insulation? No. Would this be very warm at night in the winter? No. How come?
Because it has holes.
Then they leave it alone.
It has holes. Oh, that could be a problem.
Big holes.
Hiking and building snow forts have taken its toll here.
We found it now.
Could have had a little short
I found a bone. I found a bone.
It's on the bone.
Oh, I want to tell you all about it. Bring it out.
Hey, come on, everybody out so the other friends can take a turn,
They
okay?
just found a skull outside.
Oh,
I'll show everybody, and then the other kids can get a chance to do it.
all right, boys and girls, come out here.
Sit down in front. If you're standing
Greg, do you want
stand
some
behind. There's not room for you to sit on the bench. Stand over here or stand back there. Okay, boys and girls. This was an awesome find.
Stand behind right here.
So I want to ask you something first. Somebody said, "Oh, we found a skull." How did you know it was a skull?
It doesn't have any skin on it.
How do you know it's a head?
Right. It definitely is bone, right? But how did you know it was the head?
Because
If you have an idea, please raise your hand, and I'll hear from different kids. Yep.
Because it has teeth.
Yes, boys and girls, look at the teeth. Okay, the teeth of a skull is a very important clue because it helps us figure out what kind of animal it was. Okay, do you see any long, sharp teeth like your dog might have?
No.
No. These are flat teeth, and look at how jagged the bottom is. How bumpy. In fact, well, you guys have your gloves on, but it's very jagged, and that's really good for grinding up plants.
Eyes, I saw eyes.
Ooh, plants.
We'll get to
Ooh,
that
there's a
next.
clue.
So,
Plants.
do you think that this animal was a meat eater with sharp teeth for tearing baby, right? Because the bones of the skull are already fused together to make a nice protection for that animal's brain.
It's a little cracked on the side.
Yeah, you know, this is a little bit damaged now, right? Because it's been out in the weather. Are you guys ready to take turns taking a look at this little more closely? Okay. So when you're holding it, do you think it's a good idea to be rough with it? No. Right, so we want to be gentle. You can look at it all around and then pass it to the next friend.
Can
okay?
we take our gloves off and touch the teeth?
If you want to, but be ready when it comes to you, okay? To take one glove off if you be ready. Okay? Isn't that cool?
I'm already ready. I'm already ready.
No,
I'm not touching it.
You don't have to. That's up to you. Isn't that cool? Grab it with two hands, please. There you go.
William's already talked about an animal that eats plants. So maybe
Let's
think about that.
Let's think about the idea of bunny and deer. They're both plant eaters. They both have their eyes on the sides of the head, right? Because they get hunted. But look at the size.
It's a bunny.
Do you think
Is that
that's
the right size?
Oh, bye. Touch the breaker. No. Justin's been in there. Wait, Snow Angel! Do a Snow Angel!
In kindergarten, some of these students, many of them, came out with their class and planted pollinators here. So now they're looking for their signs from their teacher's name from last year.
And they all planted plants at home. And they met out here to meet her for the first time in person. And so I just gave her my two and I said, we're not going to go.
Pollinator garden in winter. I think I will need to reinforce the trails through here in the spring.
Ooh, rainbow.
We have built the mounds. We have gone for a hike with snowshoes and one without snowshoes. And now it's lunchtime. They have been so hungry and tired. So how's the hike been going so far? You guys ready to go back to school? Oh, you want to dig out the igloos? Yeah.
I'm reading. Open! Ow, my finger.
Your finger.
I can't move it.
So you guys ready to work on the igloos again? That'll be the fun part. Ooh, you got goodies, huh?
What?
Mrs. Hyde made it. Made it to lunchtime.
Now they are digging out their igloos so that they can crawl into them.
What? Should we dig the other side so it could be like... We need to go on. Yeah, I'll show it.
Make sure we make it big enough so everyone can fit.
Try to get the like top.
We can make the opening a little bit wider, can't we?
Yeah.
I figured we could start small.
Good idea.
Okay.
Whoa. Fishing.
Start where we already dug and pull it out. No. Now it's going right back in.
Sorry. Now we have to do more work.
Balls of snow. Pick them up and pull them out. There you go. Bring them out of the tunnel. There you go. Yeah.
And I'm working on our entrance.
Below that point.
All right.
Okay, I think this will take okay, do you hear her? What are you doing? What are you doing?
No, you're not.
I put a sticker on my calendar because my dad's gone for 115 days. Yeah, look at what it goes, guys. He's been gone 23 days and today is 24. I wish I could stay here.
That's looking pretty good in there.
You guys ready for me?
Nice going.
Yeah!
All right.
Yeah!
See if we can get it big enough for 2
Holy cow!
or 3.
Howie.
Whoa, that is getting big in there. You're going to be able to fit a couple people in there pretty soon. 2.
I really want to fit in that.
She keeps breaking up the inside. Remember that we talked about? You got to break up the side walls now. She's doing a good job breaking up those walls. Good, Jack.
The roast marshmallow because we go camping.
Look, your tunnel's so big, your shovel got lost in there.
Yeah, I know.
Evelyn, you're...
Hello.
How's yours coming, Ben?
Now can I go in? Now can I go in? It's super duper deep, right? I would watch out, Gretchen.
I think you've got a little ways to go yet.
I know. I'm just saying, watch out.
You need some little scoop shovels.
Yeah.
Some little hand ones. Dart the hole maker.
Huh?
There you go. Keep bringing it out. Yeah, use that flat finger.
They're getting in deeper.
Connecting tunnel.
I just fit in there.
Your whole head's covered in snow now. Wipe your hat off, go like this. Shake it off. Oops, falling off. It's behind you. Behind you. Take it off really good. Get up.
We made it. Hey, you can sit down. Sit down.
If you're done, get out.
Pick the top and then you
Work on
can
it.
sit down.
We're running out of time. It's already 12:30.
No.
There's a window.
Why is there a window?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
You got a big opening in there, huh?
Oh yeah. Nick,
You can sit up.
Oh, hey, stop.
You're through.
I'll back it down.
No, let's not.
Let's tell me how the fly fit in.
Yeah. Now you'd be insulated from the cold. Now there's two in there.
Are you guys just chit-chatting? Yes.
Oh, they went through the roof here. Created some vents.
Don't put snow in there.
Crawl back here. Let Baylin come out and stick her head out. Come on out, Baylin. Stick your head out. Come out. You just did multiplication.
I'm not gonna have one.
You're not going to have one? You
Because
don't
he
want
says
one?
he doesn't like them.
So I'm going to keep the graham crackers and the chocolate over here.
Chocolate marshmallows.
Are you listening, Emmerich? When you get your marshmallow cooked how you want it is, you don't know, Savannah? It's where we take 2 graham crackers and we melt a marshmallow and a piece of chocolate. You like chocolate. And we put it in and make like a sandwich with the crackers and we smush the marshmallow together and make...
But you gonna let everybody else have some?
Is this
Yeah, be careful. I don't want to...
You can start to twist it.
This far off your nose, okay?
Wow. You're the one blow it. Suddenly blow it.
Yours is probably about ready.
Yeah, if it catches on fire, just blow on it.
Yeah, that's how I like mine really black. Yum.
Be careful so you don't touch anybody.
No, I don't like it like that. I don't like it like that. I touched
Well,
that.
once you get that off, though, or like cool off, like cool, don't touch it yet. Once it cools off, it'll all come off, but you can peel that right off. Yep.
Oh, it's just smoke, right?
Done already?
It's got in my eyes.
Yep, it will make it water. It happens.
You do it.
There he is, right there.
Wait, what did you tell me?
I want to have another one.
You're going to have another one, and that one's good?
Here you go, ma'am.
Good.
Ready? It's still cooking. We still got
Reward for all their work.
Come and get a marshmallow.
Hiking, building the snow forts,
Take them with
the
you.
igloos, the quincies.
Enjoy that.
Hold it still.
This appears to be the girls' corner.
Stick right here. Can you take your mittens off?
I'm a teacher on grill.
Carry this to a seat and go sit down and eat. Is it good, Isaiah?
How is that some more? Is it good?
Needles!
You can find pine
Dad,
needles.
can you let me have some pine needles?
What could we use for the hat, Rand? We could use your hat. No?
Mohawk!
He's a punk rocker.
We need a mohawk.
Snowman.
We already made a snowman. I need that, Gary.
How about buttons on his belly? Use them to make buttons right here.
Thanks, Mom.
What are you doing, Goodell?
I got s'mores on one of his gloves.
You're washing? Just like the old-fashioned days?
Yep.
This one.
I was holding
Oh, you are holding your little snowman. Hey, let's get one more. Gretchen's dad would like to take a picture. Ow. Ooh, my knee just gave out.
All right, ready? He wants to take a picture, so everyone line up. Finley, are you going to get in there or not?
Finley, come here.
Anybody else want to get in the picture?
I do. Teacher,
Lily, that's not safe. Hop down, please.
like 8:30. Yeah, so we have a hawk. Let's make another one. We made